Well, good morning, everyone. I'd like to welcome everybody to this edition of NSMBA. My name is Matt Salter. I've been with New Skin Enterprises now for over 20 years, actually full-time in the business. Been partnered with my wife and best friend, Risa Salter, and it has been nothing short of an amazing journey. This company, we've watched New Skin grow from a small company into what it is today, which is what I believe to be a sleeping giant. We're going to go places. This company is on the move to get to $5 billion in revenue. Today, I've got the privilege of introducing a very special friend of mine, a business associate. I met Rob Needleman about 2 years ago at an event, and I was very impressed with his style and the way he presented the science behind New Skin. And we've got the privilege to listen to his version of the way he sees LifePak and explain the science behind LifePak Nano and what an incredible product it is. Let me give you a little background on Rob. Rob graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Biology from Brown University with honors and studied in the PhD program at UCSF in molecular biology and biochemistry. He left graduate school to become the Director of Veterinary Services at the Oregon Tiger Sanctuary and currently teaches and trains daily in the Japanese martial way of Aikido. He was initially attracted to New Skin because of their emphasis on science and ability to deliver cutting-edge products to the consumer with their unique marketing approach. I can't think of anyone I'd rather hear explain the science behind LifePak Nano. So let's welcome Rob to the call. Rob, are you here?
I'm here, Matt. Thank you so much.
Great to have you today.
Matt, I really appreciate being on the call and being invited by John McClellan and Mark, Mabry, and you, and Risa, and the entire team. It's been these calls have been phenomenal. The series you've put together here, and it's a privilege to get to share my thoughts on LifePak Nano today.
Well, that's great. We're looking forward to it. So, Rob, why don't you go ahead and just take it away?
Okay. So the first slide here I have, it's an enhanced molecular delivery anti-aging program. LifePak Nano is, in my opinion, the best overall supplement that you could take for your body on the market. And I'm going to explain to you why. And I'm going to go into a lot of depth of the ingredients in LifePak Nano and why they're so good for you and so critical as well. So there was a national survey done of 21,500 people showing that not one of them received 100% of the recommended daily allowance for 10 basic nutrients from just their diet. And this was a report given to the U.S. House of Representatives Subcommittee on Health and Environment by John Cordaro, the president for the Council of Responsible Nutrition. National Cancer Institute recommends 6 to 10 servings, sometimes more, of fruits and vegetables a day. Now, at the top end, you're talking, that's 70 servings a week. I just had the privilege of speaking in Newport Beach and in Santa Barbara with a few different healthcare professional meetings, and one of the doctors there describes to his patients not just daily servings, but weekly servings. So if you think of that, are you eating somewhere between 50 and 70 servings of fruits and vegetables a day? So according to the AMA, we get enough to prevent deficiency in our diets, but not enough to prevent disease. Low levels of antioxidant vitamins may increase the risk of several chronic diseases. Now, this was a huge turnaround for 20 years in the AMA. They are now recommending all adults take a multivitamin daily. So then one of the issues becomes free radicals. And this is from a book called Nutritional Healing, Dr. Balk. When our bodies turn oxygen into energy, the reaction creates damaging byproducts known as free radicals. And those eat away at us. It's almost like rusting metal. The answer to dealing with free radicals is antioxidants, and they combat these free radicals. This is a book written by Dr. Lester Packer. He's on staff at the School of Pharmacy at USC and has worked many years at Berkeley. He's known as the father of antioxidants. He's also on the scientific advisory board at New Skin, which is a great honor for us. He says more than 70% of Americans will die prematurely from diseases caused by or compounded by deficiencies of antioxidants. Scientists now believe that free radicals are causal factors in nearly every known disease: heart disease, arthritis, cancer, cataracts, even diabetes. fact, free radicals are a major culprit in the aging process itself. So free radicals are clearly very important and can be very damaging to the body. I put this slide in to show you, now this could be DNA damage, this can be protein damage, but here are some of the sources. These are called reactive oxygen species because they're often produced by oxygen involved in the reaction of producing energy in the body through you eat food and you breathe and you produce energy. And there's also many external sources of free radicals. So basic cell metabolism, the environment, there's radiation in the environment producing free radicals. Look at that, cigarettes. Okay, that's 10,000 trillion free radicals per one cigarette. That's why smoking is, one of the reasons smoking is so damaging. Look at that number right there, that many zeros per cigarette. Pollution in the air, your diet, just basic eating or different kinds of eating habits can produce more free radicals. Infections in the body, fighting infection, produces free radicals. So the question is, what is your level? And the quote from Dr. Richard Cutler, he was director of the Anti-Aging Research Department of the NIH, the National Institute of Health in Washington. The amount of antioxidants that you maintain in your body is directly proportional to how long you will live. Antioxidants are how we combat free radicals. This is a very potent statement. The amount of antioxidants you maintain in your body is directly proportional to how long you will live. You have to have antioxidants. It's indisputable. There's over 30,000 published papers that document the link between free radical activity and disease. This is science I'm giving you. These are references. You can go to PubMed online and look up. To put in free radicals in any disease, you're going to see a ton of articles come out. What are some of the consequences of oxidative stress? This is a slide I got from Dr. Louis Cady, who I recently met. He wrote the Cady report on our biophotonic scanner, which Stephen Moore recently gave a talk on one of these series, gave an excellent talk, as well as Scott Ferguson's talk on age-lock science. Dr. Cady shared some of his slides with me. Impaired cognitive function comes from oxidative stress, decreased memory, depressed immune system, increased inflammation, DNA damage, cancer, behavioral deterioration. You have to understand, before you can even understand what LifePak is, the critical nature of dealing with oxidative stress or the production of free radicals in your body. What is LifePak Nano? It's a comprehensive nutritional wellness program. Gives you optimum amounts of essential and semi-essential micro and macronutrients, and they're typical lacking in our diet, especially in the Western diet, for the support of all body systems for long-term health and wellness. LifePak has over 60 antioxidants. Excuse me, contains all 8 forms of vitamin E, natural vitamin E. Has a buffered vitamin C. Contains selenium, copper, zinc, magnesium, and those are critical for many things, but one of them is to produce your own free radicals. Your own antioxidants. You have to realize that there are antioxidants that we eat, which I'll talk about more, the carotenoids and the flavonoids and many others, but there's also antioxidants that your body must produce. In order to produce those, it requires these cofactors. So those are in LifePak as well. The nanocarotenoids. What you get in LifePak daily is found in 5 to 10 fruits and vegetable servings per day. And that's scientific. That's by the amount of milligrams of carotenoids, the actual amount of carotenoids in LifePak Nano. There's over 20 flavonoids, the green tea catechins that has tea green in it, which is our patented version of green tea extract, grapeseed polyphenols, resveratrol, so you're getting about 2 servings of red wine in terms of the nutritional value of resveratrol, alpha-lipoic acid. LifePak Nano has all non-GMO ingredients. Nothing is genetically modified organisms in there, which is very good. There's a omega-3 fish oil, but also includes krill oil. Krill oil is a very potent omega-3. LifePak Nano supports the entire antioxidant network. So antioxidants don't work alone. They work in groups, and they assist in recycling each other. So LifePak Nano, and this is based on a lot of the work that Dr. Lester Packer did, LifePak Nano provides you with antioxidants that assist basically the longevity of other antioxidants in the network so they can keep being reused to serve your body. As I said, there's the cofactors necessary to manufacture your own antioxidants. So it's serving your internal and your external antioxidants. There's over 800,000 published studies used to choose the comprehensive list of over 60 ingredients that goes into LifePak Nano. It is the most scientifically formulated nutritional product on the market. Okay, what does nano mean? So a nanometer is a billionth of a meter. It's very tiny. This is a red blood cell, okay? And a red blood cell is about 6,000 nanometers across. So you're talking about a nanometer, 1 nanometer. And what it is it's a measure for very small structures such as cells and molecules, and it's an application in nutrition to manipulate nutrients at the molecular level to enhance their benefit to the body. And I'll show you in a few slides from now, we don't change the molecule. It's just changed how it's delivered into the body. And this is how the nanonutrients work. So the ones that have to be nanoized are the fat-soluble ones, the carotenoids, the CoQ10. If you pour oil into water, they separate into 2 phases, it's called. That's the oil phase is not soluble in the water phase. It doesn't dissolve. And that oil phase is where you find things like CoQ10 and carotenoids if you were to put them in water. So they're fat-soluble, not water-soluble. What happens in a water-soluble environment, so this represents your gut as you're digesting, is that it's water environment, and the fats tend to glom together like this, okay? And that's CoQ10 and the carotenoids, which makes it very tricky for them to absorb into the intestine. This is the wall of your intestine. These are villi, the little hairs in the intestine, and then there's little microvilli on there, and they're looking to absorb nutrients for you, but it's very tricky. That's why you'll find people taking huge amounts of CoQ10 just to absorb a small amount. But what nanoencapsulation works, the nutrients don't cling together. These are now single molecules of CoQ10 or of carotenoids, like beta-carotene, you find in carrots, or, the carotenoids are the colors, the oranges, orange-colored, yellow-colored, red-colored, those specifics are the carotenoids. What happens is they're nanoized into single encapsulated molecules, and you can see now how easily they can be absorbed into your intestine. It's also because they now can spread out, because the outside of that capsule likes water, whereas the inside likes fat. So inside of it you find the carotenoid, and outside it's water-loving, so it can move around in the intestine and be absorbed. And that dramatically increases absorption. I'll show you a study on that in a minute. So it's basically like a little capsule or a donut. This is a CoQ10 molecule. Through our nanotechnology, gets put in the center there, and you find it here. It's a nanonutrient. So the CoQ10 molecule is there inside this shell or capsule, and the inside is fat-soluble, and the outside likes water. So it's a delivery system, and it delivers it very well into your intestine. This is the nano-encapsulated CoQ10 or carotenoid, gets brought to the wall, shuttled there, basically delivered. This gets dropped off now, the nano CoQ10, which is molecularly identical to CoQ10. It hasn't been changed. It's just been delivered. That can go into the bloodstream now, and the nano capsule gets digested by the microflora or the bacteria and things in your intestines. So it's a beautiful shuttle system, and the science shows it. Actually, studies are showing anywhere between 5 and 10-fold increase in absorption. In this study, we compared to several other CoQ10 products, and the nano CoQ10, 500% more absorption into the gut, into the intestinal cells, using nanotechnology. That is a dramatic result. and sometimes it's up to 1,000% in other studies. So you can see the clear benefit here, and this is why actually we have our, one of the reasons we can certify on our biophotonic scanner that your antioxidant status will go up on LifePak Nano is because of this dramatic increase in absorption of the antioxidants. And I'll just leave this slide. I'm not going to read it to you, but it's safe because it's a delivery system. The nanotechnology does not change the molecule at all. It's CoQ10, like any other CoQ10, is delivered into your bloodstream. It's the delivery system that's the nanotechnology. The nutrient itself is identical in molecular shape, function, and safety to its non-nanoized counterparts. And the cyclodextrin, the ring, just gets led into the gut and delivered and dealt with by the microflora there. So what does each LifePak Nano packet include? You take the sachet. This is a sachet. You take one of these twice a day, preferably with food, preferably with a little bit of fat, because fat does increase the absorption of the carotenoids. People will say to take some olive oil with your salad. Well, that's very wise because the carotenoids, the fat-soluble molecules in the salad, will absorb better into the gut. That's why it's actually not encouraged to go to these fat-free types of salad dressings, because you need some fat, healthy fat, like olive oil, like extra virgin olive oil, to assist in the absorption of those nutrients. So what does LifePak contain? You'll find a little yellow capsule that has the vitamins in it. You'll find 3 of the white capsules. That's where you'll find your mixture of minerals, calcium, magnesium, other things in there. And then there's a phytonutrient one. That's where your tea green is and some of your other flavonoids. And then there's these CR6 liponutrients. This is where you'll find the oil, things that like oil. So the omega-3s, the vitamins that are fat-soluble, like vitamin E, and you'll find the carotenoids in there, the CoQ10. Now this capsule is actually clear. This rich color is carotenoid color. You see that deep reddish, orangish color. That comes from the carotenoids. That's purely the color of what's in that capsule. Whereas other products you'll find, they use a colored capsule so it looks nice and dark like that. This is the actual material you're taking into your body. And another thing that's very brilliant about LifePak is the nutrients are in clinically significant amounts, which means this is a balanced diet per day of fruits and vegetables. This is what this is mimicking. So you're not going to find extremely high levels of one thing or another things, and you'll have people perhaps question you at times, well, I take this much, I take 50,000 milligrams of this. That is not natural on its own to jack up one nutrient like that, unless it's a specific thing where a person has a deficiency or something. But LifePak is a balanced grouping of vitamins, minerals, phytonutrients, antioxidants for daily servings. And it provides nutritional support for all body systems and organs. You can see here eye health, cardiovascular health, immune system. And I'm going to show you now some of the specifics of how it does this. Nutrition, metabolism, DNA protection is critical. Bone health, network antioxidants, they work together. It feeds you the network of antioxidants. Skin health, brain health. It's a phenomenal, phenomenal product for your body. It's important for you to take twice daily one of those packets, 2 times a day, because as you can see, and this is with anything you would take into your body, there's a peak in the bloodstream, and these are of the water-soluble. Well, they all peak in the bloodstream, but we're dealing with the water-soluble, like vitamin C now, things like that. It's going to decrease that in the bloodstream. You have to take that second packet. LifePak is designed to give you 24-hour protection for antioxidants. But in order to do that, the ones that are flushed out of your body, the water-soluble ones especially, you need to replenish them. So twice a day is critical to get optimum use of LifePak and to have 24-hour antioxidant protection. Now, here's wow, that slide got changed, but it'll still show the point. It's usually a lot simpler, the graph. This is a double-blind, placebo-controlled study on LifePak Nano, which is interesting because Pharmanex was the first to do controlled studies like this on supplements. Become good friends with Dr. Joseph Chang, who's our chief scientific officer, and he told me when he first entered the supplement world, because he came from pharmaceuticals, they started running these placebo-controlled, double-blind clinical trials on the supplements, and other supplement companies told him, we just say things, we don't do studies. And he said, well, Pharmanex does studies just like pharmaceutical companies. So here's the biophotonic scanner that Dr. Stephen Moore did a brilliant talk on a few days ago. And if you look at the scan scores, these are the controls with placebo. They didn't change much over time. It was an 18-week study. LifePak Nano has a very steady upward slope here on the curve and increased somewhere from 20 to roughly 40,000 in 18 weeks. So the science shows that the absorption of the antioxidants is happening in LifePak Nano. In fact, we have a 2-month money-back guarantee that your scanner score will go up or your money back. Your money is refunded. And I'm going to explain to you why we're the only company that does that. Another interesting point is that the omega-3s, the marine omega we use, also appears to be a powerful influence on your scanner score, on your antioxidants. And what they have found, this is another scientific study that Nu Skin did, on average about 8,400 points higher scores were happening were individuals who were taking marine omega 3 or more times a day. So we already get 2 times a day in our LifePak Nano. The carotenoid capsules, those are marine omega plus other things, plus the CoQ10 and then the carotenoid. But the omega 3s in there with the krill oil also assists your antioxidant score, amongst many other benefits. Omega 3s have benefits for your heart, your brain, your joints. They're critical in our diet, and it is extremely potent way to get them and very clean way. Pharmanex is free of any pesticides, PCBs, heavy metals, all kinds of contaminants. We test for 500 contaminants. That is high and above, beyond where any other company tests in terms of the cleanliness of the product you're getting. We actually, Pharmanex is rejecting now about 40% of raw materials that they take in due to contamination. So we don't just take the sources test, we test our own on arrival as well. And this is what I was saying, Dr. Louis Cady, who wrote the white report on the scanner, he's a brilliant man. I've become friends with him very quickly. Pharmanex is the only supplement company with a product guaranteed to perform in a specific manner. The guarantee is to raise the skin carotenoid score, something which is globally associated with improving antioxidant status. So LifePak Nano is the only supplement company, the only supplement that has a guarantee on it that will perform in a specific manner. Nobody else does that. Nobody else can measure it unless you want to do blood levels and tissue levels. But we guarantee your skin carotenoid score will go up. Now, there are multiple other benefits of LifePak I want to go over too. In addition to the over 60 absorbable antioxidants, LifePak has many other components dramatically assistive in human health and body. So when you look at a study here, and these are all reference studies, you can look any of these up yourself. These are published studies that I'm giving you. This is from the USDA, 94 to 96. This was percentage of adults not meeting recommended daily allowance. So if you look at this, 10 essential vitamins and minerals, not 1% of adults met the RDA for these nutrients. That is a dramatic statement. In the 96 USDA survey, over 5,000 people were checked. 0 got recommended daily allowances for all vitamins and nutrients. The study that I showed you, 94 to 96, was over 16,000 people studied. 0 got 100% of all nutrients required. So there's like 83% of the population was getting enough B12. Only 67% got enough folate, and this is dramatic. Less than 27% of the people were getting enough zinc. This is the U.S., there's the source there. I got this slide from Dr. Katie. I'm very appreciative for that. He also gave me this slide, symptoms of vitamin B12 deficiency. Look at this. Irritability, mental symptoms, apathy, personality changes, depression, memory loss, dementia, hallucinations, violent behavior, anxiety, and physical symptoms of B12, diminished sense of touch and pain, weakness, chronic fatigue, tremors, GI problems. It goes on and on. Look at symptoms of magnesium deficiency, psychiatric issues, difficult with memory, concentration, depression, apathy, emotional ability, insomnia, autism. And with the advent of fast foods, one of the biggest things that goes out of the diet in fast foods is magnesium. And that's a critical point. Health conditions associated with magnesium deficiency, migraine headaches, PMS, fibromyalgia, constipation, fatigue. I mean, these are dramatic. I'll show you something more dramatic. Look at the nutrient deficiencies on people on LifePak. There are none. You will be receiving full USDA, RDA of all of these nutrients. This was a study that was done. People taking LifePak. They got all of those. You saw the graph of that the USDA ran with people not meeting RDA. Well, you meet RDA for all of those nutrients on LifePak Nano. There wasn't one person that had even a bump there on that graph. That should make you happy if you're taking LifePak Nano. Cardiovascular benefits. There's over 20 antioxidants that protect your blood lipids, your LDLs, from oxidation by free radicals. And here's the study that shows that. The beauty of this is that the lipoproteins that circulate in your body, the blood lipids, when they're oxidized by free radicals, that's when they become sticky. That's when they start sticking to people's arteries. When they have antioxidants around and they don't oxidize, they're much less likely to stick to the arteries. So it's not so much that the LDLs are bad, it's when they oxidize. And that's due to free radicals. So when you have these 20 oxidants or antioxidants around from LifePak Nano, and you have the science to show that you're not oxidizing your LDLs to the same level, that is an extremely high cardiovascular benefit. That's a silent benefit. See, that one you don't feel right away, but in years later, as you take LifePak, you're going to appreciate it because you're not going to have the amount of oxidized LDLs that people not taking LifePak have circulating in their body, and those are the sticky ones. There's also calcium and magnesium in LifePak that maintains normal blood pressure and heart function. B vitamins maintain normal blood homocysteine. The flavonoids, which are from the green tea and others, you'll see, promote blood circulation. Bone nutrients. Calcium is there, major bone nutrient. And all of these are in clinically significant quantities for daily amounts. Magnesium's in there, major bone mineral. Vitamin D regulates calcium and magnesium bone metabolism. There's vitamin deficiencies in many northern countries. Vitamin K is there, which supports calcium transport into the bone. Silicone helps bone calcification and collagen formation. It helps in bone building. Boron, it's an extremely important nutrient that regulates bone cell function. It's very hard to find boron in other supplements. The soy isoflavones, they regulate calcium metabolism. Phosphorus, we don't want to supplement with phosphorus, so there is no phosphorus in LifePak Nano. Immune function. LifePak supports normal immune function. There's vitamin C and E. You know there's multi-carotenoid blends we've been talking about, vitamin A, B6, and zinc. Remember that that percentage of adults not meeting RDA, all those different nutrients. Look at the ones they were. Vitamin A, vitamin C, B6, and zinc, all of those support immune function. And the percentage of adults in the normal diet is massive that are lacking in those. So LifePak also supports long-term immune system support. Blood sugar and insulin. LifePak maintains blood sugar levels already within normal range. There's chromium in there. That's essential for normal insulin function. Most diets are low in chromium. They're getting less than 50 micrograms a day. You have 200 in LifePak Nano. Vitamin C, E, ALA, alpha-lipoic acid, magnesium, zinc, all support normal blood sugar and insulin levels. DNA repair. This is a huge one. You know, people are concerned about walking through a toxic waste dump or going near a source of radiation. Well, I'll tell you what's even more important is repairing your own DNA. We get over 70,000 hits, free radical hits and damage to our DNA per cell per day. That needs to be repaired. You need a very sharp DNA repair system in your body, which we have, but it requires nutrients. Vitamin C and E, they lower DNA damage, they up DNA repair. These other B vitamins are essential for DNA synthesis, repair, replication. Zinc stabilizes zinc. You saw how low people were in zinc. LifePak nutrients, the carotenoids lower DNA damage. The flavonoids lower DNA damage. The green tea catechins, all of these up DNA repair. Alpha-lipoic acid lowers DNA damage. There was a paper published recently in the Journal of National Cancer Institute, and the title of the paper was Selenium for Prevention, Eating Your Way to Better DNA Repair. LifePak Nano provides 140 micrograms of selenium daily. The role of selenium in the diet is becoming more and more pronounced as we learn about it. But one of the ways it does, it supports DNA repair. LifePak Nano is stimulant and steroid-free. Pharmanex has a strict policy against the use of harmful stimulants and anabolic steroids in its nutritional supplement products. No caffeine, no ephedra, no androstenedione, any of these steroid products. So here's one way to evaluate the quality of a multivitamin. You look at the groups that monitor the industry, the watchdog groups. These are nonprofit groups, supplementwatch.com, consumerlabs.com, and also the Banned Substances Control Group. All three of these were the first. LifePak was the first to pass the safety ratings of all three of these groups, and we have passed safety ratings of other groups. Pharmanex had the first supplements in the PDR, the Physician's Desk Reference. I called Nu Skin yesterday, page 3550 in the PDR, and this is the actual Physician's Desk Reference. This is not the, there was one created later where supplements could go in so they could claim, you know, that they were in the PDR. This is the actual Physician's Desk Reference that doctors go to for looking at medicines. We are in that. We also have 4 other products in the PDR. We sponsored the U.S. Olympics, and that's a very high-level honor because that had to be earned against 500 other supplement companies, and that was through rigorous testing of our own supplements, having no banned substances, having quality control. We didn't buy Olympic sponsorship. We earned it. And all of these things I'm just showing you because the groups that are third-party groups are validating this quality of Pharmanex and of LifePak Nano. So the key benefits, you get support for all organs and body systems. You're slowing the aging process at the most basic level. You have superior sources on our nutrients. An open-ended survey was run. People had more energy, were sick less often, slept better on LifePak Nano, just to name a few things. And remember, no supplement under this DSHEA Act can be represented to treat, cure, mitigate, or prevent any disease. So we're not making any health claims on LifePak Nano or Pharmanex. It's a supplement product. But I'm showing you the science, the third-party science that shows how important these nutrients are And on our biophotonic scanner, we prove that you're absorbing these antioxidants into your body. LifePak Nano is for adults aged 18 to 100 plus. You make your own number. You take with your 2 main meals of the day, but please take it twice a day. You take it with a meal that has some fat, just to increase absorption. Personally, I take it also on an empty stomach, so taking it's more important than not taking it. If you can have a meal with it, drink plenty of water. Your body is going to naturally want a lot of water around because LifePak is using the body's own mechanisms which require water. Water will also help you detox things that LifePak's helping get out of your body. If you want more information, there's a www.lifepaknano.com that will reference you to a page on the scanner, which will then have many more things about LifePak Nano, as well as on our website, there is a dramatic amount of studies you can read, as well as there's one other I want to give you, pharmanexmd.com has extensive studies on antioxidants, our scanner, and LifePak Nano. So, Matt, that is my short take on LifePak Nano, but I hope that provides a lot more information on why LifePak is so nutritious and so valuable for everybody to take.
Rob, that was a tremendous job, comprehensive. It's hard to believe that was the short version. You actually have a long version, so that tells you just the efficacy of this product and just the depth in which Pharmanex has gone to deliver the premium supplement that LifePak Nano is. I have one question in closing, Rob. We look at this information, it becomes obvious that there are so many reasons why LifePak Nano is the premium supplement in the marketplace. What do you say to people in a short conversation in terms of, what is it that differentiates LifePak against maybe the supplement they're using, and maybe they believe in the supplement they've got, but do you have just a quick 30-second, 60-second kind of spiel that you talk about the difference in LifePak? Because obviously we can't sit down with most of the people that we meet and show them or talk about the science that you just talked about for 30-plus minutes. Do you have something that you can kind of have a summary that hits the high points?
Well, Matt, one of the things is we get them on the scanner because most of the time, my experience has been no matter what people are taking, they're scanned fairly low in terms of their supplement usage, unless they're eating a lot of colored fruits and vegetables, that certainly brings their scanner score up. So one of the things we do is scan them and just let the science show them. The other thing is talk about the absorption and the fact that it doesn't matter what they're taking, is it getting into their body? The fact that we can prove it with a money-back guarantee for the carotenoids, as well as over 60 antioxidants in balanced amounts for a daily human diet, matching 5 to 10 servings a day of fruits and vegetables, as well as all the nutrients and micronutrients. Basically you could tell them it's 10 formulas in one. So even something that simple, that how it's helping all the body systems, all the organs, DNA repair. It's basically a supplement to your diet that cannot be gotten in any other product, and we have science to prove it. I would ask them, so if they're probing like that, what kind of science is behind the product you're taking? Because we have over 100 PhD level scientists that have designed this product, and we have over 800,000 published papers that have nothing to do with Pharmanex that prove the validity of the ingredients we've chosen. So if nothing else, it's worth you taking this for 2 months with a money-back guarantee. There's also no risk. No other supplement company can give you a no-risk guarantee that it's going to do something. They might say we'll give your money back, but they can't say that you see what I mean, that we're claiming.
Yeah, they can't prove actually that the product is actually working. Well, Rob,
and they can't make a claim.
Right, exactly.
They can't make a claim that it'll do something. They can just say we'll return it. We can claim that it's actually going to work.
Exactly. Exactly. Hey, Rob, we so appreciate your time today. Appreciate all this valuable information. So thanks again for participating.
Thank you so much for having me on. I'm glad I can help in any way.
All right. Have a great day.
You too.